All right, have a Coke and a smile. We're super excited because we're about to expand our business into the Las Vegas market, but we'll get into that in just a few minutes. I want to address the question I receive most often coming through my email, phone, whatever it may be. I talk to people, they go, Matt, realistically, how much money can I generate in this business? And I totally get that, man. You want to know how much you're going to be able to make in this business, because if you're going to release any of your hard-earned money to someone like myself, an online course or a coach, you want to make sure you get that money back in return and then some, right? You're trying to establish a home business. You're not trying to make a donation. You're trying to establish some money, getting something that you can provide for your family, and that's what this business has done for us. But I want to get into that in terms of addressing that question. I will go into it in just a few minutes, but if we don't know each other, my name is Matt. I'm the owner of Stafford Senior Solutions, which is a placement company right here in California. In a couple of days, we'll be in Vegas too. So that kind of shows that you can make money in this business. And then also, I'm the founder of the Senior Referral Academy. You can click the link below and learn about the academy, where 21 modules our students are given with their investment. They are given every month a mastermind class that they can be a part of. So it's a community. And a couple times a week, they receive some training emails. I mean, there's support that's there. You don't need to go buy a $100,000 franchise. You can dive into the academy and learn this industry and get going. Okay, how much money can you make in this industry? I want to get right to it because I know some of you are like, hey, I want to stop this video going to something else, right? I mean, you want to get going, you're busy, you want to know you can make on average $3,000 per move-in. Did you hear me? $3,000 on average. That's a national average, depending where you live. Now, I live in the Central California area, so we're right at $3,000. If you're in San Diego, if you're in some other major city like LA or Dallas, Fort Worth, or New York, or somewhere like that, your average of income per move-in is going to be higher than that. It's a little bit, probably $500, $600, $700, $800. Nevertheless, you can make great income in this business, but you're helping people. How can you make $3,000 per move-in? Well, number one, you've got to be educated in this industry. You cannot just flippantly go through and try to get somebody's name and number and hand it off to somebody. I'm telling you, a lot of the communities, a lot of the care homes are getting away from that practice right now in terms of just name dropping and get a finder's fee. They want to deal with businesses that have their license, that are insured, they've been around, got a good reputation, they help their clients. That's who they want to work with. And so number one, you've got to know the industry. So you can learn this by yourself, or you can jump into the academy, click the link below and learn all about it. Or go join a franchise and spend over $100,000, whatever you want to do. But that is the number one thing, because if you're going to have a business out of your house that's going to be sustainable, you're going to need to understand this industry inside and out. You're going to need someone like myself to teach you about this industry, the lingo, the terminology that's used, the process. What do you do when someone's at a skilled nursing? They need to go to a large community or a care home. I mean, what's the process in that with your state and city? Okay, now that you understand that you can make $3,000 per move-in, and now you want to get into it, you want to learn the process and understand the ins and outs of this industry, and you're getting that down, the next thing, you've got to understand your contract with the communities. You've got to understand your percentage. You understand what your contract says. I mean, make sure you have it drafted by a lawyer, or you get it from a reputable company that knows what they're doing. This can make or break your business. I mean, if you don't have a good contract, I've seen and heard other agencies that don't have a good contract, or they don't have one altogether, especially the small independent people like myself. They kind of just winging it, you know, hey, I know this person, I trust them, they trust me. And you have to understand this is a business. This is not some handshake back in the day and that's it. You've got to have things done in writing, things done in order. And I teach you all that in the academy, but you got to have your contract in place and get it signed by the appropriate personnel. It's not just anybody in the community. Hey, will you sign my contract so I can start doing business with you? Can't do that. You've got to get it signed by the executive director, and sometimes that's not even good enough. Sometimes the investors or the management group, they want to be a part of this process. And they want to read that contract, make sure it doesn't say anything that's contrary to what they believe or what they want to practice. And then also, they may have their own contract, and so you have to adjust and adapt in that fashion. But that's the second thing you've got to do, is have your contracts in place, get it signed, know how to do all that. I teach you in the academy. Just click the link below. You can learn about this industry. Okay, you're on your way to generate $3,000 per move-in. You understand the process now. You got your contract signed. The third thing you need to do is you've got to be able to invoice. And I say that. We're getting ready to do that this afternoon. We have a move-in. We got to invoice them. I bump into some other agencies that just don't do this in a timely fashion. It's like they wait a couple weeks, man. As soon as they move in, you want to send your invoice that day. And you have your stipulations in your contract, whether it be 7 days from the time they move in, you get paid, or 15 or 30, whatever your contract says, and your agreement with that community, you want to enforce that. Now, not from a way you're trying to stiff arm them, but in a way it's business, right? If you're going to generate money, you got to stay on top of your money. You got to understand money is going to follow you. Well, if it's going to follow you, you got to reach back and get a little bit of it by understanding the process of what you're doing. So you got to invoice them. So have a way. We use QuickBooks. You can use anything, a software that's out there, and I do not encourage handwriting your invoice. I think it's important you have some type of electronic system in place that you can invoice the appropriate amount, and it's got the resident's name on it, the percentage, a breakdown of it, and it's got the address, all the other important information on that invoice. So when you send it out, if it goes to a management group 2,000 miles away, they can look at it and understand, hey, they are giving this number, they're giving this amount of money to a legitimate business, and that's what you want. You want to be able to receive the money, because if not, what's going to happen is if you don't have all that in place before the move-in, more than likely you will not get paid. More than likely they will go, hey, thanks but no thanks. We appreciate the favor, but we cannot pay you because you don't have your contract in place. If you want to learn more about how to establish your business like I've got my business and like I'm teaching others across the country, we're in 12 states right now. 12 states right now, students. And man, it's just exciting. Summer just started. Some have been in it for a while. Go ahead and click the link below. Here's some testimonies. Fill out your first name and email address. You will receive a document, a training document, a 7-step process, and a free training video. I'll give that to you free of charge. Just put your first name and email address and we'll go from there. But hey, I hope this has served you well. Get your business in order. Go make that $3,000 per move in.